represented by Toyota. We're starting off on Ilios here. Sunny Shores for our first map of the 2019 season.
Yeah, and I haven't seen anybody drop for either team. It's just that Philadelphia does a little bit more damage in that first fight. When Gesture jumps down, he has to jump up. London not able to engage, make a play for the point.
So EQO, second time, he's focusing down Gesture, but that's the first kill. It's Boombox falling to Vidoshin. Always getting those picks in from the backline, and now things might just fall apart. Sato going by the wayside here, and Gesture pops the bubble up. It's an easy finish on Carpe. One kill in these heavy tank, heavy support compositions is often enough to solve the fight there and then.
And obviously one kill can turn...
Crucial. Gesture again looking to open up another opportunity. It was Neptuna that took a lot of damage, and the Graviton Surge now is out. Bergman lays it on thick, but there's a Transcendence for Fusion to keep them healed up despite the Zyarov being committed to the fight. Gesture jumps forward, Primal Rage stunned up for a moment. Look at his health disintegrate. He's over the edge! I guess if we got to bring his floaties today and Poco sends him off, that allows the Fusion to take the point now with the sound barrier from Neptuno in play. I guess start to pressure a little further. He's the grab, self-destructing over the top. Sato gets the pin on Prophet to remove him. To Poco, bit of fisticuffs with Fury. He's down.
I think that'll be a combo you see a lot during the season. The Graviton Surge with that D.Va self-destruct as Philadelphia...
Really playing a little bit safe for the time being. 35% progress towards ending this round, and the London Spitfire, they're hankering for a fight. Looking for some argy-bargy, and Berdering's got the Graviton Surge ready to go.
He's just trying to make sure that this does not get even. He gets EQO and Sato. Sato uses Primal Rage to stay alive. That's going to be a big grab that comes out from Carpe. It's going to be a 6 sound barrier, though. You see Hansen up top on the Lucio. Connects with everybody.
Just in the nick of time to keep the Spitfire alive, and the fight continues. Sato drops down, he's stunned up. Self-destruct over the top. It doesn't hit anyone. Fusion able to break ranks and get away, but Bergering is fell. Poco charges in. Sato now quick to chase or lick at the heels of the Spitfire. London don't want any more of this fight, and Philly, this becomes really annoying for Philly to remove London from the point.
I mean, Philly just has to fully commit their entire team to dive here.
That'll work.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take out Profit as you lose Hanzo. It's Carpe coming on a little bit of a flank. Able to pick up 3 is... you saw some players from Philly jump through the front. Carpe moves through that side door and then rotates around to the back. And able to pick up 3 final blows there to swing it back, only at 46%. Big Philly taking the point back. Carpe moving forward, about 90 to another grab. He's got to make sure Fury doesn't get this one, though.
2 grabs and 2 fights, straight at a D.Va! This guy is ice cold. That could have been eaten at any point. But it's not to be for the Spitfire. Fury eventually taken down. Boombox finds it downrange. And it is just Gesture sitting on the point now. He'll be dead in just a couple of moments. And really, there's nothing Bergman can do here. That'll be that one. And Philly, they start the 2019 season on the right foot.
And that Graviton Surge from Carpe. Fusion players, before the season, obviously we get together with a lot of the teams. We're able to talk to some of the players. The next map coming up will be Hollywood in this series.
Doesn't get much done. Okay, very happy to have that one for breakfast, and that's got to be the starter's pistol now for the Philadelphia Fusion to be going forward. That self-destruct, I can pause for just a second, but look at that, the blocked Earthshatter. Sato wasn't even trying to block it. Gesture was just trying to use more ultimates into this fight. Huge commitment for the London Spitfire now, and a Graviton Surge comes out for Philly. Gesture's caught in a nice high sensitivity. Brat's not going to do the job of the Transcendence in play, and Bergering will be pushed away. Damn, that's a lot of ultimates committed by London. From the high ground, Carpe again, trying to get a little bit of charge before the fight begins, but Gesture's already in there. Earthshatter, you're looking for Boombox. Boombox gets a repair pack, and then he gets a second barrier. So much emphasis being put on protecting Boombox by Philly, and it pays off this time. Gesture's down, Berdering's losing. Carpe, when did you get your driver's license? Mate, are you even young enough? Notion push back, and that will be Philly getting across the line. Nice little back cap to get themselves into the last stretch. Nasty situation to begin with.
You're at the mercy of where your rider goes, right?
You know what you want to see, Bergering, Discord Orb just get shredded. And now it's going to be the continued push. Transcendence now being committed to the fight. Carpe happy about this. He knows he can use his Graviton after this ultimate is now no good, but they've lost Sato. Do they commit there in this fight? Do they back away? Looks like the latter is more likely now as they're barely having that Reinhardt, but Gesture's shield is being pressured down. He's being forced back. Now he wants to charge up.
Yeah, in London, they know they have to win this fight pretty handily, so they end up using the rally. Neptuno just trying to be sneaky. Challenge Vidoshin one-on-one in the back line. Got Neptuno dancing above him. You got the D.Va coming from one side, the Winston from the other. So now he's going to use it through the card. He connects with the EQO, trying to land on a long-distance charge and knock him out of that Transcendence.
Yeah, he's trying to remove Boombox at least away from his teammates.
Yeah.
He can get the Zen out with the whole Transcendence, which would be even better. It doesn't work out. Yet Sato still caught just as he was trying to back away. That's going to be the first tick now for London. And it looks like Philly don't really want to have any of it. They're going to give up the point after just that. They don't want to feed ultimate percentage over to the Spitfire. The more damage they take, the closer London... He's doing burst damage, so Transcendence doesn't affect it too much, but finding that pick was good, and this sort of allows Philly now just to dig their heels in a little bit more. Also, they still have the rally, they still have an Earth Shatter here from Sato. Boombox's Transcendence, even more important. It's definitely going to win the fight 100% for them if they use it remotely properly, and Sato
don't even need it.
He's just taking heads off now.
He did not expect to get Nuss there, as he just comes around the corner, swinging twice.
Philadelphia need to make ends meet now. Bertrand comes in. It's going to be the Graviton Surge used, and that shielding from the Lucio is dripping away. Huge shadow from Shadow, though, keeping things alive in the back. He tries to turn around, but he was knocked into the air. He couldn't shield his team from that self-destruct because it just went straight under the shield. Boombox is forced back now. Fury wants to try and pressure forward. The Bertrand is down. It's going to be a close one here. Stun on Fury. There now, his mech's all gone. It's going to be the Hammond play, and Carpe back on the signature tracer. Doomfist even from Birdring. London trying everything they have to get this one back, but they're going to struggle. Jester down. Looks like it's just the Brigitte hanging around here from Prophet. Knocked up his Birdring, can't do much there. Prophet trying to hang around, stay alive. Nuss has been removed, and now the self-destruct to end it. In the words of the great modern-day poet Ariana Grande, thank you, next.
You know, when Philly comes...
But it could already be over, essentially, after this next map. London might not have a chance to win this series. Remember, it'd be 3-0 with 4 maps to play.
Every map, like we told you, Fury playing Sombra, Prophet will be playing Pharah, Nuss is the solo support on Mercy, and then Bedosian, who we saw in the Grand Finals last year, play so many different heroes.
Hot dang, Prophet's on the Pharah. This is about to get good. So this is that quad DPS composition with the Hammond or the Wrecking Ball as the tank here. This is going to be interesting to see. We've seen a few teams have actually played this. We know that this has been something he's done in scrims. Masato's down already. There is so much damage available for London here just to dish out, and Philly know it. They're trying to take shade.
And this is why you need the Winston sometimes on defense, because you're scared of this happening. So when they come out with this quad DPS, you need Winston on defense to make an impact, and everybody's happy to see Widowmaker back. These last season, so many sick Widowmaker highlights, and Bertrand was one of the players. Because if your Winston gets out of position, then the Diva dives in, you're going to lose both of those players instead of just the one.
Well, this time it's Gesture that goes down, the ostensibly more durable counterpart to the Winston in that tank role. Carpe, that is an interesting Graviton surge. And Nuss is just going to sit there alive all the way to the bank. No, Sato manages to flatten him there, but a lot was expended to get rid of Lucio that had already used his sound barrier. But I digress. The Transcendence is in play now. Fury's trying to work from the high ground. Jester comes in out from nowhere. The runaway, pin against the wall. And Sato now needs that bubble from Carpe, but he's going to be stunned immediately. Gesture may have been able to turn that fight around with that one quick kill, because now Birdring and co are bringing in the heavy artillery.
Yeah, and I mean, now with the Graviton Surges here for London, 5,800, so getting a lot more value out of that Winston.
See, Carpe quickly turns his back. Just, oh, where's my Zenyatta? I need to keep him alive. He expends the barrier to do so. Sato gets aggressive. Oh, it's eaten! Carpe just serves that one up, and I guess Fury's going to get his gains after all. Now back towards the point we are in overtime. They needed that grab so badly, Philly, and now they're going to have to go without it. Ocean very low. They caught him up on that Transcendence. That's the first pick, the first step. Gesture body blocked against the door, down to half before he can get away. London now going to bide their time and try and return to the fight. This could be scary though. Self-destruct. Sato and Carpe have to protect each other. Very clever. Carpe shields Sato and gets behind him, so he blocks line of sight. Neither were affected by the self-destruct. Classy play, a bit of finesse from Philly as they finally get this point 8.
And the biggest thing is that when all the ultimates are used from London, Philly obviously answering back with their own ultimates, they just save that Transcendence towards the end. You just have that healing with the Zenyatta ultimate, you're able to push on through. That's when they're able to find some kills. Push on through the point. Now only 15 seconds or so here to take point B. If you get it, great. If you don't feel that bad.
Yeah, this is more than you expected already, probably, if you're Philly. Carpe is close to a grab, though. He's getting a lot of damage. Ocean's down early. This might be a little bit of salvation now for Philly, who look to be languishing somewhat. Gesture also falling. Nuss on the high ground trying to get away, but he's discorded. A great placement by Boombox to put pressure on that Lucio. Now overtime. Oh, we're well and truly in there, but Philadelphia are looking very happy with this foray into enemy territory. 2 ticks, and there'll likely be another here as the self-destruct will seal the deal. And that will be 4. That's where he'll be returning to when he sort of pulls the plug on any attacks he's making. On to the point now, London. Big shot from Bertrand, the headshot was there. And there's the follow-up. Neptuno and Carpe are down. Prophet, great pick from up above. Bird ring, though. Yeah. Yeah, well, what do you do? Boombox is down. Sato obviously able to punish Bird ring for that particular play, but Poco now has to deal with the Sombra on point. Good positioning, at least the setup for the Philly tanks here. They'll be able to contest this for a little longer, but not nearly as long as they would have liked. EQO is in big trouble having done that. He was out of position already. He knew he was probably going to go down, so we're trying to commit the shield bash to get something for that.
And you look at this comp that London's running, and if you're Philadelphia Fusion, you're like, why aren't they just diving the Mercy? Like, this makes zero sense. Like, you should be able to just dive the Mercy, take her out. It's because she has such great mobility. And the heroes you combo her with, right? Prophet can just keep floating in the sky. It's an easy escape if somebody jumps on her. You can fly to the...
Now he'll try and set up. There are enemies on all sides, though. He realizes that Philadelphia Fusion is spread huge, though. What a nade from Vidoshin. 3 players unable to heal up as the fight begins, and Boombox and Poco, as a result, are down. Sato can't quite get away. A self-destruct on the point here. A victory party for London. And they quickly snatch the series back. Just as it looked like they may have lost it here and now. 2-1. Quite a lot for last season. For Skye, very close to fair, Matt. Any last thoughts on that one before we head to Rialto?
And look, London, I think when they came out and they ran that quad DPS, I don't think really Philly getting spawn camped. Like, this is horrible for London. Like, this is something that actually kind of happens here. They try and go around the back alley, they'll like flip positions here, as now Philadelphia's kind of moved from where the offensive side would attack from.
Carpe has a Graviton Surge. Looking to make some use out of it here. Poco eats Bird Rings though. Oh, okay. Both Graviton Surges get eaten up by the respective divas, so okay, wipe that slate clean. Now it's down to fighting boots on the ground, so to speak. It was just falling to EQO. Sato cleans up Nuss where it was. It was super hard for the Spitfire to get any traction in this fight. They have a Transcenders. They just don't want to use it here. They're a long way from their spawn because they went around the back way, so it's going to be a while before reinforcements come.
They end up using the Transcendence late here. It's actually answered by the sound barrier. Maybe they thought Fury was going to be able to speed boost this Reaper in right to the tanks and do a ton of damage.
Reaper loves to get up close and personal, does more damage the closer he is to his target. Actually saw Sato run straight at the screen there, but it's Bird Ring going down to Boombox. Another critical pick at Sato. Yes, bon voyage as Vidoshin goes over the side, and this is not going to look good on the scorecard for the London Spitfire, Matt. They've advanced 43.5 meters, and now they're being ground into very nerdy dust here on the payload. Prophet forced to just try and stay alive as long as he can. Fury just knocked off. Nice little whip shot from EQO there, and it will be the round.
Take out, and he goes right over the top, uses the Primal Rage, knocks the supports back. This was pretty sick as well. Carpe trying to like keep track of where Fury is. This man's trying to make sure it doesn't get eaten up. Lands on the stairs.
There's a lot happening on screen there as well, and for the players, it's less a matter of them just trying to comprehend what's going on, but also of this particular map. And the payload is very, very close. You can see the checkpoint just around the corner. Shield Bash already comes out. Gesture takes a heck of a lot of damage early on. The rest of Philly are trying to find the monkey. Poco up to the high ground, dropping down again. You can see that London are being forced away. They're not ready to sort of group up and fight. They've been sort of displaced a little bit.
London needs to be perfect here. Philly can be a little messy. They can brawl it out here. They can lose a few bodies. They'll have that spawn advantage to come back and take this.
Vidoshin backs away. He was on the high ground, but Sato's way out of position on this. Reinhardt, it may not matter though. Gesture's gone down. Prophet now as well in a great position just to boop and bump Sato around the place, but it's Neptuno to find a pick on Nuss, and there it is! Philadelphia Fusion! The news story the East Coast team has chosen to write starts off with a bang and with a big fat W.
And their defense there in Rialto.